Hello social media. Um, Welcome to my tutorial, my cooking tutorial show. And today I'm gonna teach you how to make spaghetti with Alfredo sauce. Now this takes 3 simple ingredients. Here, let me show you. You just need, like I said, 3. First is spaghetti. Second is Parmesan cheese. And third and final, butter. Room temperature. Now you can easily get these items at the store. If it were Britain, it would be under £10. If it's in America, it would be under $12. Now, the process is so simple to make. It's simple to make. And let me show you. Step 1. First step you need to do is to fill your pot. And once you finish filling up the necessary water, bring it over to the stove and put it to number 6 to start with. But if the kitchen is too dark, you can turn on the fan. Next is the second ingredient. Always remember to wash your hands as well. What you're about to do next requires clean cleanliness on your hands. Next, we're going to grate the cheese. I'm going to use this part of the grater. Okay. Now what you need to do is put it in an angle like this, and then just go straight up and down until you get the right amount. Pause. Man, this cheese is so hard. But it smells quite nice. Do you know Italians in McDonald's have Parmesan cheese as a snack? It's actually quite interesting. All right. Look at that lovely Parmesan right here. Well, a lot more than inside. Maybe I should scoop it out. Wow, this is tough stuff. Really tough stuff. Should use a hexagon, shouldn't I? Bad looking Parmesan. Freshly grated. Now move on to step 3. Now the water is boiling, we add the salt. Then afterwards we stir. Afterwards we stir the salt into the water. Either with a plastic spoon or wooden spoon. Then when it's nice and boiling, you add in the spaghetti. And if you want to boil it faster, put the lid on. And as you can see, Mr. Fish there is confused about what I'm doing. Some people like to have their Parmesan like this, sometimes finer, sometimes a bit more powdery as well. But all I know is that it goes great with some dishes. With spaghettis in the packet, there's a correct way of opening it. Not opening up like a packet of crisps and not cutting with the scissors. No, like this. That's how you correctly open a spaghetti packet. Just pop in the spaghetti and just push it gently aside like this. until it completely submerges in your spaghetti water. And after when it's submerged in water, put it onto medium heat, so that way it will slowly cook the spaghettis. But every now and then make sure it's ready, al dente style. Why is both my mascots is so weird? This one's pudgy, and this one's playing hide and seek with nobody. But still, they're the cutest little things in the whole wide world. The pasta. Now, to check your pasta, take one of spaghetti, and if you feel a crunch on the inside of one of the spaghettis, that means it takes either 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute. An extra 30 seconds. To cook a little faster, put the lid on. There we go. 30 seconds left. Now for the next step. You put the butter into a large bowl, and with 2 fingers like this, press it down until it's completely covered the entire lower bowl. It really does look like vanilla ice cream, doesn't it? It does look like vanilla ice cream, doesn't it? Look, see? And once you smush it just nicely. Smush. Smush, that's a funny word. Smush. I crack myself up sometimes. Now we're back here. It's time to do one last taste test. The texture is nice. Now we just need to take one of these. Although sometimes it can be tangled. It's ready to be popped into the bowl. First, turn off your stove. And health and safety, never put the handle towards yourself or towards the bowl, or else you make a big mess, or you can easily burn yourself. Now, take the spaghetti and add it into the bowl. You're probably asking yourselves this: why don't you pour it out into the sink like other spaghettis? Well, I'll show you in a minute after I got the spaghettis out. Next, you take a spoon and take up your plate Parmesan and put half. I repeat, half into the bowl. Then, like a salad, you toss it. So you can see the butter is mixing with the Parmesan to make it nice and creamy. Smell that delicious aroma coming right out of it. The figure. The Alfredo restaurant were able to make this every single day. Now you pour the rest of it in to make sure you have it all ready. But sometimes a spoon can be a bit too small. You can use the big spoon if you want. And if that doesn't work, the spoon, you use the strainer. You can actually get really mixed up in there. Listen to that squishy sound. When you realize, then, if it's a bit too, if it's not creamy enough, don't worry. Don't worry. You take one cup, probably a cappuccino size, and just dip into the water and just pour it straight here, at the same time mixing it together while pouring it a little at a time. But you're going to need a third person to help you with this one sometimes. It's not easy doing this. As you can see, the cream. Look at the nice creamy texture from it. That is how. And with that done, you get 1 or 2 plates. Then you scoop it out. Depending on the person. Because this is meant to be shared with company. Pause. And now it's time for the taste test. For Italian dish, always do it the Italian way. A circular motion. Just pick it up. Buon appetito. Delicious right there. And that is everything you need to know how to make it. Some people use different like herbs or spices, but the original is always the best. Every single time. But you always have to eat it while it's hot. When it's cooled down, you have to mix it up into boiling hot water again to make it the small tiny water to make it nice and creamy once more. Well, what this is right here. It's 5 out of 5 stars. And to think the ingredients are cheap to get, but this is a 5-star meal in 5-star meal. Can't argue with the results. Another way, another is the universal seasoning of salt, and pepper. It's always salt and pepper at the restaurant. So no need to ask them. And as you can see right here, this is what a garnish is like. It really brings out the depth of the flavor of the salt and the pepper. Brings out the depth of the flavor in this. Remember, salt and pepper are optional. They're not exactly a needed garnish. And the love of all things Italian. Do not put ketchup on spaghetti. God forbid. God forbid. delicious, delicious. Well, that is my lunch tutorial to teach you how to make the Alfredo sauce with spaghetti. You can make Alfredo sauce with pasta if you want. Pasta if you want, but remember to keep it nice and saucy. Nice and saucy, and put lots and lots of Parmesan in. You can bring out the kick of the flavor. And this is the cooking tutorial, the lunchtime cooking tutorial. I'll see you next time with the next cooking tutorial. I lost myself. I lost myself right there. Funny how life puts it. And this is all without rehearsing. Mwah. Yeah, how they make it's great. Arrivederci.